Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I have quite a meaty update. There are dorm store updates, there are bug fixes, and there is a new screen mode scheme. It's crazy. We'll get all into that in a bit, but as of right now, let's go over a bit of the boring stuff first. They have stuff that's in beta, it is creative tools, and they're all CV2 chips. There's now a new beta CV2 equipment chip, a new CV2 welcome mat chip, a new CV2 combat HUD UI, a CV2 respawn point, and lastly but most importantly, the gun handle CV2 chip. Now let's go deeper into this update. There are finally Dormskin store improvements as well. They finally have their own store tab inside of that little button on your mirror inside your dorm room. And instead of having to go straight to the description and then having to go swipe up to buy something, it just takes you straight to the buy button. But that is pretty much it for the Dormskin store. Now on to our bug fixes and general improvements. There's only like 3 things on here that I'll bother listing, but I'll have the actual full bug improvements on the screen if you guys want to read them. They finally fixed the bug where inside of Rec Royale, the first reward item inside the Frontier Pass would not show up. They finally fixed the KO shirt so they no longer have the white backdrop and just the square little image. It's finally the full KO shirt. They finally fixed a bug where you could give people admin permissions on your portfolio. I don't even know how that's a thing. Anyways, that's pretty much what I'm going to list off. The rest of them have to do with CV2, text, a bunch of circuit stuff. It's a bunch of stuff, mumbo jumbo. Now, there is a reason why I was saving the screen mode controls update for last, because it is pretty big. First things first, it is actually a split test, so you may not actually have the actual screen mode controls yet. If you happen to play on screen mode, it's still a split test. It'll be coming out pretty fast, but regardless of right now, you probably don't have it. Even if you do have it, they're not going to force you to learn the actual new screen mode controls, but you can actually prefer yourself to set them on classic or not. This basically means you can either have the old controls or the new controls. There are some pretty cool stuff that's coming soon with this update. It finally paves the way for us to be able to add our own controls into the game, and it's pretty cool. Basically, you'll be able to change the actual layout of your controls, and you'll be in complete control of your controls. You get what I did there? You can finally swap out your handheld item for another item by the click of a button. There's finally HUDs for your actual holsters, meaning that you can actually see the items that are inside your holsters now through the little HUD menu on the bottom of your screen. UGC items can finally be converted to either the dominant hand, the off hand, or both hands for screen mode. It just depends on whatever the person who made the UGC item prefers. Now, there's more controls that I'm going to read out, but some of these also apply to VR players as well, so let's get into it. For the biggest thing that's on this entire thing, even if your hands are full, you can finally collect currency like silver, ammo inside of Rec Royale. You can finally open chests in Rec Royale with your hands full. You can finally change hand poses on the fly. You no longer have to dig through all these menus to choose which hand pose you want. It's kind of confusing, but it is faster. Also, your left hand pose is remembered, so if you happen to, just configure it to the, thumbs up, then next time you pull it out, it'll pull out a thumbs up. When you're in third person, you can finally move, crouch, sprint, do everything. You can even move both your hands. But this does mean the dancing is gone. So that means no more spinning like this, no more dabbing, nothing. It's taking a break for at least right now. That's the saddest bit of news of this entire update. Just you can't dance anymore on screen mode. But yeah, I also have a list here of a bunch of miscellaneous screen improvements, so I'll just read them off this list for you. Sprint finally resumes when you're uncrouching. Touch does not unintentionally exit the crouch/prone when moving forward. Holster cycling finally goes in the right order, so it's more predictable now instead of going mix match. Emote menus finally open up instantly, so it's finally faster for you to emote, so you don't miss that lucky shot. It's finally faster to emote. The little menu pops up instantly now instead of having to take a few seconds. Another thing that they also fixed is when you open the Rec Royale chest and your hand disappears, it gets stuck, and then they open up and it gets all laggy. They fixed that now. Opening up chests should be a way smoother experience now, and it should not suck as bad. When you finally fly, the hand animation is less inside of your face and more on the side now. They also added a small little zoom when you're aiming down the sights of a weapon that doesn't actually have a scope, and a bunch more animation tweaks for the actual melee weapons, breakable weapons, and guns. Maybe you want to get your own scoop or maybe see for yourself. I'll have all those links down in the description below, so be sure to check that out. Anyways, that wraps up today's update video. Wow, there is a lot of screen mode control changes. It is crazy. But I'm gonna have to end off the video here. I'll see all you guys in the next one, and Brofist.